Folks, I've got some good news if you own the Mini 3 Pro. Even better news if you own the Air 2S and the RC controller. Now, I don't have the RC, the one with the screen built in. I just have the N1 controller I use for both of these. Now, this guy's just had a firmware update. I'll throw the number up on the screen. This had a problem with the last firmware, and using the DJI Assistant 2, the consumer version that you would use with this on your computer, you would get error 30064 if you connected this up and you tried to refresh the firmware, or even upgraded the firmware, or even did the calibration on the vision sensors. You could actually brick this thing and you wouldn't fly it. You couldn't fly it until DJI released a beta version of the firmware to you, and you had to do that specifically by asking on the forums, and they would actually then forward it to your account, and then you would check for updates and you would install it. Now, we have the new version which corrects that problem, but also there's a couple of other items, I believe, with one of them being remote ID compliance here in the US. Well, yeah, it may not be a great thing, but that's outside the scope of this video. We'll get into another video sometime, maybe in the future. Now, there's firmware also has been released for the Air 2S, and that is to make this compatible with the RC, the DJI RC. So if you own this, this will now work with when you upgrade the firmware. You'll be prompted to upgrade the firmware on this. So go ahead and do that, and then you'll be able to use that RC. I keep wanting to say RC Pro, but it's not. It's just the RC that was sold with the Mini 3 Pro. Go ahead and update the firmware on both these units. Now, when you update the firmware on the Air 2S and the controller, it will make it compatible with the RC controller also. So you want to do that both on the controller, RC controller, and on the Air 2S. I don't know what else it does when I do believe it updates the firmware. Like if you had this drone and you had the RC controller along with it, you would update both, and then it would make it compatible with the Air 2S. So that's neat. Like I said, I don't have the RC controller, and now I might want to get it because I do have the Air 2S.
You better not be buying more drones.
All right, folks, that's it. That's just a quick little video, just to give you a heads up. Now, I was going to do a repair video on this, and I had posted a couple of things on Facebook and on Instagram about it. Unfortunately, I did get the parts. I got the top. I had bought this drone and had been through a crash and had damaged this left sensor and the shell around it at the top. Now, I went to do the video, and I put the new top on, of course, no problem there. I put the covers for the sensor, so it looks nice there. And I actually had bought new sensors for the front, because that was so quick it wouldn't even make a video. But even though the sensors do work, even when they're cracked. I bought sensors on eBay. Unfortunately, I went through the process of installing these. It's a ribbon cable you have to remove. It's pretty delicate. And it would not calibrate. When I went to boot up on the Fly app, it said vision sensors calibration error. And it would not calibrate in the Assistant 2 either. So I think there's a problem with these. I've emailed. These came from China, actually. They don't appear to be OEM. They probably are 3D printed. Although they look good. I mean, they seem to fit okay. They just won't work. I'm trying to. Hopefully, I'll be able to get these returned. I'm not sure it will. From China, so I don't know if it's even worth it. You know, these were $60, so not exactly cheap. Now, in the future, I may want to. I'll try to get an OEM version of these, which has the cables. I've seen them online in a couple different places. I think England, I saw a couple being sold on eBay. And they appear to be OEM with the cables attached. There's a compass module that's actually attached. It's all the unit. The cable comes as all one unit. And then the cable goes down so it connects to the bottom sensors. And then there's, like I said, the compass is attached to it also. I may get those, and if you would like to see the repair of me replacing those, it's a little more involved because you have to take the bottom off the drone, and you have to take the the motor ESCs, that board has to come out, slide out, so you can get the cable out as it gets fished down to the bottom to connect to the bottom sensors. So a little bit of a delicate operation. But if you'd like to see that video, drop a comment down there below, and then if I get many comments asking to see that, then I'll go ahead and I'll purchase that cable unit, the whole unit that I saw for sale. That's around $80 or so. Like I said, these are $60, so I'm hoping to get a return on these, but I don't know. I'm not real optimistic. All right, folks, that's going to do it with this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you like the content of the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that bell notification to let you know when I'm going to upload a new video. Folks, take care. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.